G'day y'all. Today I will be rating every single Ariana Grande scent on a tier list. I tried really hard. I could not get Thank You Next 2.0. I couldn't get a decant. I couldn't get a bottle. I could not find it anywhere. I even tried to look for the body spray and I couldn't get it to Australia. I'm so sorry. So I have literally every single one except for that, even Frankie. I even managed to get Frankie. Obviously, just disclaimer, please don't come for me if I don't like your favorite scent. I already have a feeling I'm gonna ruffle some feathers with this video, so I just apologize in advance. I always say this, I wanna love every perfume that I smell. When I don't love something, it makes me sad because I want to enjoy it like other people enjoy it. So I don't take pleasure in disliking a scent. Trust me on that. Let's start with the baseline that y'all know and love, Cloud. Listen, I'll just tell you, this is actually my bedtime scent. I like Cloud. I think it's very comforting. It's very creamy. There's some coconut in there, which generally I don't like coconut, but this is not like a tropical coconut. It's a nice, creamy, light, fluffy coconut. And to me, I like that. The only downside to Cloud and why, unfortunately, I wouldn't put it in S tier is because there is plasticiness that I unfortunately pick up. I know not everyone picks that up and I envy you, but unfortunately I do pick up that plasticky note. So for that reason, I'll give it an A. It's pretty good, but I wouldn't put it in S tier because that plasticiness, as sad as it makes me. All right, this one, I'll just get this one out of the way because I already know how I feel about this one, and that's Cloud Pink. So I have a few gripes with this scent. I feel like this could be really good. The issue that I have, first of all, off initial spray, there is a very heavy alcohol blast, which I don't like that, and it takes a while for it to dry down and for that alcohol scent to dissipate. So that really annoys me. There's also something in the fruit that I wish it was a bit softer. I wish it wasn't as pungent and sharp. You don't quite have that same fluffiness that you have in the original Cloud. It's good, but I definitely don't like it as much as the original Cloud. So honestly, I think I would put it in like, I think I'd put it in C. I feel like this could be a really good scent, but there's something kind of sharp in it. The initial spray is so alcohol-y. It also doesn't last very long. I'm trying not to get too deep into longevity, but I know that Cloud Pink doesn't last for shit. So I'm also kind of holding that against it, unfortunately. All right, next we have Ari. So with Ari, I don't mind it. I think for me, it's like a bit too sweet. And the raspberry note is doing something weird for me in this one. I don't know. I don't love the fruit. I do like the florals in this one, but I feel like the fruit overpowers it way too heavily. There's way too much sweetness for me. I'd probably give this one, honestly, I'd probably rate it a C. All right, let's get into the mods. So first I'll start with Mod Pink. I like this one. I like the passion fruit in this. It is very, very heavy and sweet again. I like that there's a little bit of a muskiness in there, and I can actually pick up the rose, which I do enjoy. It's a little bit softer than something like Ari. It's not quite as pungent of a fruit. And I think it's a little bit more well-rounded in that fruit department. So I think I would put this one in B. Next up is Mod Vanilla. I think I like Mod Vanilla more than Mod Blush. It has that fluffiness and creaminess, and it's got plum in there. It's a nice fluffy plum, which I actually quite like because plum can sometimes be a bit heavy as a fruit. And it's got orris root, which adds a really nice powderiness, which I personally love. I love the powderiness in this, but it's not too much. I like it more than Mod Blush. I think the only thing that is getting me is the plum isn't quite as good as I would like, but I think for a celebrity scent and for the price, it's still pretty good. I'm gonna put this one in A. Okay, interesting. So this one has some like darker berry sweetness. So you've got plum and black currant. For the floral, you've got peony. There's a powderiness to peony, but also for me can sometimes come across as like a hairspray. I associate very heavy peony with hairspray, unfortunately. I don't love the peony in this one. And it's very much giving hairspray, although it is still fluffy and light. I don't know, I can't get past the peony in this one, and I don't love it. So I don't know, I can't ever see myself wearing this. I actually would probably put this one in D. All right, next we have Sweet Like Candy. This one, okay. The whipped cream in this, it comes across so synthetic. I'm sorry, that's all that I smell. I feel like maybe without that, it could be pretty good. There is a little bit of a coziness in there. You've got cashmere in. The fruit's not too bad either, but for some reason, I don't know if it's the whipped cream or a combination of some of the florals, but it just smells so synthetic to me. I don't know, it's coming across very synthetic, and it's just whatever that is, it's really sticking out to me. And yeah, this is, unfortunately, I probably put this one in D as well. So for God Is a Woman, I quite enjoyed this one. You've got ambrette in the top. I love ambrette. It makes scents really thick and marshmallowy. And then you've got pear for the fruit. The pear in this is so good. I actually very much enjoy the pear in God is a Woman. You've got orris, which adds like a nice powderiness as well, like a thick powderiness, and Turkish rose. The rose isn't too prominent in this one. It's definitely more of a supporting actor in this scent, so it's not too heavy. I actually quite enjoyed this one. I'm gonna put this one in B. I think a better version of God is a Woman, it's got really similar notes, but I really like Cosmic Sky by Anna Shui. I think that is actually like God is a Woman, but better. So I highly recommend that one. It's also less expensive. All right, next up we've got Sweet Like Candy Limited Edition. So I just got this one in the mail like 2 days ago, and I've been obsessed with it since I got it. I think this is so good for a super sweet fragrance. It's doing it in just the right way for me. I love the red berry in this one. I think it adds more of like a tart, almost sour sweetness, which I love. And you've got marshmallow and whipped cream, so you got that like creamy quality, and cashmere wood to make it cozy. This to me is one of her best scents, and I'm putting this one in S. I'm putting this one in S. I've been reaching for this one surprisingly a lot since I bought it. Oh, okay. This one's very different to her other scents. There's a very prominent coconut note in this one. And it's actually a fresh smelling coconut. It's not like a creamy. It's actually quite like a fresh watery coconut. Like what I think coconut milk smells like, a very sweet version of it. You've got raspberry and pear in the top. You've got macarons in the dry down, which I think is adding like an interesting, not savoriness, but I'm not sure. I don't know if it's the macaron doing that or if it's just a really interesting coconut. It's kind of giving like sunscreen. It's kind of giving like a sunscreen coconut. It's interesting. I don't love it. I probably would put this one in B. Next, we've got REM. It's like a salty lavender. This is what I would imagine lavender growing near the beach, like a pot of lavender, and you've got a beachside property. Maybe you're enjoying high tea. The sweetness is very interesting in this. You've got like a dusty sweetness. You're not getting fruity and like tart or sour. This is a very like soft, mellow sweetness. You've got that caramel in the top. You do have some fruit. You've got quince and fig. I get a little bit of the caramel. I think caramel has kind of like a dusty, powdery property. So this is definitely like a dusty, aromatic, slightly salty lavender. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I think I like it. It's very calming, actually. This is a very like calming scent. You know what? I'm gonna put this one in B. I think this is her most unique scent so far that I have smelled. I very much like it. It's very different from all of her other scents. It's not overly sweet, which I like. It's like a very dusty, muted, aromatic lavender. Can you use muted and aromatic in the same sentence? All right, next up we've got Frankie. Ooh, very powdery woody. This is a bit more masculine. You've got like a cedar, which is more forward, and a pink pepper. I don't love pink pepper normally. It's okay in this one. I think if you're used to Ari's very sweet and creamy scents, this might not be for you. I don't know, I'm really hoping that the pink pepper kind of settles a bit, because for me it's so easy for pink pepper to ruin a scent. It just can come across so sharp, not like a good nice aromatic pink pepper, but very just like sharp and synthetic. I'm hoping it kind of dissipates in this one a bit, because I feel like I could like this one a lot if the pink pepper was dulled down a bit. You know what? I think this could be better without the pink pepper, or maybe if the pink pepper wasn't so forward, or maybe another kind of bitey note, like maybe ginger. I just don't know if I love the pink pepper. I'm gonna put this one in B. And if you're a regular watcher of my channel, you already know how I feel about Cloud 2.0 or Cloud Intense. For me, this has got to be her best scent. It's cloud, but leveled up. I don't get that plasticky note. It's more comforting. It's more refined. You've got a woodiness in there, which grounds it a lot more and matures it a little bit. A little bit of warmth from the amber, but not too much that it's overwhelming. It's still quite fluffy and soft, but it's just creamier and smoother. And with that wood component, it just makes it a more complex scent. For me, this is S tier. Absolutely, without a doubt. This is my favorite scent of hers. If you watch me, you already knew this was coming. I love Cloud 2.0. All right, you guys, this is the final list. Please let me know what you think. If you don't hate me after this video, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.